Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and today's video is about Mysterio Transcended. Do not worry, but first we have to address the rumors of the Multiverse of Madness being confirmed as next month's or this month's update, because it's coming soon. We're going to start getting sneak peeks for the next full update that has maintenance, and a lot of people are speculating, rightfully so, that it's going to be Multiverse of Madness. The devs have strategically tried to delay the next update, and of course, the more it gets delayed, the closer it gets to May, the closer it gets to Doctor Strange. So I want to drive you through this sort of, road of logic. If you guys remember last year, we got this sort of leak. This is an advertisement in Korea that has a bunch of stuff for the Shang-Chi movie. We've got Lego Shang-Chi, we've got Crocs Shang-Chi, we've got all this stuff. We've got the toys based on Shang-Chi and Wenwu. And then right here, we've got Marvel Future Fight. We have our logo, and it says, Marvel Future Fight, 6 year. Anyways, it says there's an update for Shang-Chi. I can't actually remember what it says. I didn't look at it before. Sorry, my Korean is still a little rusty. We're getting there. Duolingo. So anyways, it doesn't say 6 year. But yeah, so we basically got a heads up about the Shang-Chi update, and this ended up being true. And this was back in August when the Shang-Chi update actually then landed in, I think, September. So now we flash forward to today, because that was last year. And these leaks are going around. And again, same sort of theme. You have a bunch of these little boxes advertising different things. You have the Marvel Legends toys for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. You have these little chibi things. You have Marvel Future Revolution. You have the movie posters up here that were released recently, the facial posters. And then right here, again, one more time, our favorite mobile game, Marvel Future Fight, baby. I get so hyped. But this one is very low quality. So huge shout out to my man Jakhap Dashik, Korean MFF and MOBA mobile game MMORPG player. He plays tons of different games. Check out his channel if you guys speak Korean or you want to learn more Korean. He's a fantastic YouTuber, very fun dude, and he also plays Marvel Future Fight. Hey, it's a bonus. He sent me a very high quality image of just that Marvel Future Fight panel, and we can see here that it says a bunch of stuff. It says right here, Marvel Future Fight 7 year. So that's that thick white text. Underneath in yellow and black, it says tier 3 login event, and then it shows you the login event schedule from the 30th of April, which we know is like the D-Day for the anniversary, until the last day of May. So it seems like there's going to be a massive update that spans the entire month of May, and it's going to kick off with the tier 3 selector. But right at the top, that's what you have to look at. It says Doctor Strange update. That's right. It says Doctor Strange update. So it's basically confirmed at this point, ladies and gentlemen. It's basically confirmed that the next full update, the next maintenance update, is going to be Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness, and I could not be happier. I really could not be happier. This is exactly what I think everyone or the vast majority of the community wanted, so I'm very, very happy to see that they're sort of going in that direction. I'm very, very excited. I'm going to keep the rest of my expectations low, of course, but it's the anniversary. I do think the devs are going to knock it out of the park, and we'll just have to wait and see. So that is the information that I wanted to hit you up with at the beginning of the video, because it's really important. I have a really busy weekend ahead of me, and I don't think I'm gonna have time to make multiple videos to just make one based on that. So I'm sorry, this has to get squeezed into the Mysterio video. For those of you that wonder what you should do in the meantime, if you haven't finished the Doctor Strange Epic Quest, hurry up. You don't have much time. Finish this. Hurry. Don't get too crazy spending rank up tickets and stuff for Clea and Satana, but hurry up and finish it. And then if you've already finished it, make sure you're farming it to get those Clea and Satana bios, because if you need them for a uniform or whatever coming up, then that'll be helpful for you. I already have 1,000 of each. That's why I don't farm them anymore, but you should absolutely farm them, specifically for Satana and Clea, specifically for those two. The rest of them are available from bio selectors and stuff like that. Ancient One, Wong, Mordo, they're all Hellstorm, all very, very easy to get. So yeah, just stock up on those. You could stock up on America Chavez bios if you don't have anyone else to get to spend your bio selectors for. But yeah, get ready, prepare yourself, brace yourself. cast some incantations, maybe start saving up your gold for Wanda. Don't forget about Wanda. She's also in the movie. It should be an absolute ride. So without further ado, let's go to the guy who thinks he has magic, but actually just uses SFX, pyrotechnics, and the like. Mysterio. And here we go. Mysterio transcended. Let's see the stat bumps. Let's see him in the chair all swagged out. We get, what is that? 10,000, 14,000 energy attack, and just under 10,000 HP. So yeah, he's definitely not going to have any PvP value. Listen, we don't have high expectations for Mysterio to begin with because he was unlucky and didn't get a uniform, but at least, you know, very low energy and physical defense stats, very low HP, but at least he's got very high energy attack. 56,000 is a lot. So maybe combined with his accumulation on 5, maybe he can do it. Let's go find out. So first things first, we're going to try Mysterio on stage 9. And with Mysterio, you got to remember that he only has accumulation on 5. Actually, I have no idea how much damage this is going to do. Okay, true. You got to remember, guys, that Mysterio doesn't have any buffs. So I don't know what's going on. Okay, we got hit by both of the cages because I'm doing too much damage. Okay, what you have to remember is that you can cancel 4 when you see him in the chair, and then you want to proc on 5 because it has good damage, but 2 also has really good damage. So you can delay, delay cancel 5 if you don't get the what is going on right now? I'm having a really hard time delivering my advice here because he's doing so much damage. Okay, sure. And I'm using a 200 proc CTP of destruction. So this is basically a proc obelisk, okay? For all intents and purposes. But basically, you do 4 delayed cancel 5, but then you also need to be on the lookout for a delay cancel from 5 into 2 in case he doesn't proc on 5. And it's possible. It's possible that it doesn't proc on 5. But you can play around with that and actually play around with the damage by bringing fewer ignore dodge strikers, especially when it comes to fighting against nulls specifically. So we're gonna, I think I canceled the 4 too early. Yeah, I did. I got too excited with these characters that can cancel everything now. Okay, so we goofed up that rotation. That's okay. The power of Mysterio is beyond my comprehension. But I'll show you. Okay, there. If he... Yeah, see. There we go. If the damage, if he basically... No, you're not gonna... No. And he also has a heal on 2. Oh, yo, we skipped the rest of the spike stage. That's sick. Okay, so I'm kind of botching this run because I'm so excited for what Mysterio can do. There's 2 Mysterios. This is amazing. Oh, so people tagged me on Discord and they were like, yo, Mysterio's better than Deadpool. And I was like, nah, you're lying. You're just trying to bait me with these lies and these falsehoods. But they were not kidding. Yeah, Mysterio's better than Deadpool. But yeah, if you don't get the proc on 5, then you can cancel into 2 and look at that damage. So it actually might be beneficial to do that, to reduce the amount of ignore dodge strikers you have, essentially reduce the amount of ignore dodge striking that you'll be able to do, and then proc on 4 delayed cancel 5, delayed cancel 2. Wow. 2.5 minutes left on stage 9. This uniform, guys, if you don't understand what's so crazy about this, it's not my Pierce, it's not the team up, it's the fact that this uniform is 3 years old. This is a uniform from 2019. This is insane. This is this uniform. Okay, just to put it into perspective, okay, just to give you a quick little retrospective. This uniform existed before Namor existed in Marvel Future Fight. You know Namor, the mutant that feels old as hell? And I'm not talking about Phoenix Force Namor. I'm talking about Namor, base kit Namor, sexual bathtub jacuzzi Namor. This guy came out after Mysterio's uniform. This is bonkers, dude. This is absolutely bonkers. He's actually this good. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I've seen Beast Mode do stage 19. We're gonna do stage 19 as well, same team up, but we're actually going to intentionally remove some of the ignore dodge strikers. Now, we get a twofold benefit from this. We can use damage strikers, which is great, but we can also play with the amount of hits that are going to land on 4 and 5 before you can cancel into 2, and that can actually ramp up his damage. It's a really weird thing to say, but let's just try it. Okay, let's see if this actually works or if this is a total disaster. So we're still going to do 4, we're still going to do delayed cancel 6 into, or delayed cancel 4, cancel 6 into 5. We did proc there right away, and we still get some pretty good damage, I must say. Okay, we procced way early there. So he's still proccing early despite having only 40% ignore dodge. He does get an ignore dodge buff on his... Oh, we just procced again? Okay, so our procs are all over the place here, which is not good. But remember, he has accumulation on 5. He just has a lot of hits. Okay, this is not off to the best start here. Well, let's see if we can... No, he still procs right away. So if you're wondering where you can go beyond beyond a CTP of destruction, because CTP of destruction is not the best CTP for Mysterio, right? Okay, here we go. We can proc on 2. We can proc on 2. Did I proc on 2? I don't think I procced on anything. That damage was terrible. All right. Nope, still didn't get it. So yeah, if you proc on 5, you sort of have to watch the proc window, but if you do proc on 5, then just let that play out. So there we use the co-op skill to dodge the cage. We're still a little bit slow on the time. Yeah. So even with just 2 ignore dodge strikers, we're still proccing almost every single time on 5, which is okay. It's not a big deal. But yeah, so the really nice thing that Mysterio gets to his advantage, and the reason why he's actually good, is because his accumulation on 5 is damage taken, even though he's in iframe. And so against regular world bosses, it doesn't work because in iframe they don't hit him, but it absolutely works against Null and the like because of the fact that they ignore iframe with a lot of their hits, right? So this is a bit slow, actually, to be honest with you, but we'll make it work. We'll make it work. It's not a big deal. But yeah, so because Null and other world bosses, Mephisto, etc., because they ignore iframe with a lot of their hits, it's perfect for Mysterio. It's actually perfect. So the difficulty of the game, having been ramped up, actually works to Mysterio's advantage, because now his skill, that is his best skill, where he takes... Look, there's 2 Mysterios. It's actually so cute. It's so funny. His best skill, where he takes damage through accumulation taken, right? Accumulation based on damage taken during iframe. You're like, oh no, I can't take damage. I can't do anything. No, you can. You're fine. And the second skill is also very, very good for repositioning yourself. So he actually has a ton of tools here. I was actually trying to get hit by one of the spikes. But yeah, ideally 4 delayed cancel, 5 delayed cancel 2. You just need to delay 5 a little bit. It's tricky to master the exact timing on the delay cancel of 5, but it's basically when you start to see the camera move. Okay, that's not the POV we wanted. That's the loser POV. It's basically when you see the camera start to move out. But most of the time, for this run at least, I've only had a couple of procs that have not been proccing on 5. So we're actually gonna let ourselves get hit. Oh no, that was bad. I was trying to let myself get hit to collect the accumulation, but I ended up also. I'm going to cancel into 6 because it has iframe ignore, and we want to hit him through the iframes and stuff like that. We got double Mysterio. Okay, we're sort of stuck in this rotate. We were stuck in that animation. So I'm just going to oh, this is really bad. That was very unlucky. We got paralyzed. This is extremely unlucky. Okay, it's fine. We're just losing Taskmaster. It's not a big deal. But that was very unlucky. We still have his buffs, though, so we're all good. I believe we still have his buffs. We don't want to use the Transcended skill. But we're still good for time, dude. Despite all of this, he just keeps getting frozen and paralyzed. That's really irritating. The only other negative you're going to realize about Mysterio is that he doesn't have invincibility on any of his skills. He has it on his awakening, but that's all. And so you can get guard broken quite easily by different skills, and a lot of the World Boss Legend skills do guard break. So you will find that kind of annoying where you get knocked back, you get pushed back. But there are actually still characters being released this year that do that too. So it's not like it's something that we've escaped entirely in the game. So, yo, he can do stage 19 with a bunch of mistakes and with just a regular proc, because there's nothing different for PvE content. There's nothing different between a proc obelisk and a CTP of destruction. So you could go way higher with this. You could get way stronger with this. You could use, of course, a CTP of energy. You could, of course, use a CTP of judgment because he does all mind damage. Okay. You could use a double mind damage proc obelisk. I would actually recommend, instead of doing a proc damage or like a mind damage ignore dodge proc obelisk, I would recommend trying to get double mind damage or mind damage crit damage, because like I said, you want to actually reduce the amount of ignore dodge he can do so that you can increase the number of procs that you can land on 2 rather than delayed cancel 2 rather than delayed cancel 5. Now, there is one more thing you can do that I haven't shown you in the clips, but I can just talk about now briefly. And I talk about it in some of my videos for characters, but you can basically intentionally fumble your first rotation. So basically, you'd walk up to null and you'd intentionally, goof up your first rotation. And then when there's a couple of seconds left on your proc, then you would start your rotation, and then you would go into 2, and that should land your proc nicely on 2. Now, I'm not 100% sure because I haven't had the time to test Mysterio if this would work for subsequent rotations. It really just matters how long the cooldown is on his skills. I know the cooldown on everything else is very short, but the cooldown on 5 is still 9 seconds, which is kind of a long time. So I'm not sure this would actually work, because then you'd still be stuck waiting 9 seconds for 5 to come back. And because the proc is only on a 7-second cooldown, I think the proc will catch up to you and it will start procking again on 5 later on. So yeah, you may just have to play with the number of ignore dodge strikers versus someone like Null, but that really only works for Null. It doesn't work for Mephisto, other World Boss Legends, other World Boss Ultimates besides Quicksilver and Corvus. So you basically have those 2 options available for you. But what's really nice is, because you're always looking, right? You're always looking to see if you can pump out some extra damage with Mysterio, because there's no other way to get more damage out of him. There's no buffs or anything like that. You're playing a very active play style, which I really like about Mysterio, right? You're doing 4, cancel 5, you're waiting for the chair, then you're going into 5, and then you're just looking. You're looking top left to look for the proc icon to see if it activated or not, and then you're looking back at the timer, and your finger's just hovering over the second skill, just hovering, and then if it doesn't proc and you see the camera start to move out, which means that he's creating that big illusion, you press the 2, and then he jumps on the glider like Norman, and he starts blasting, and the 2 has good damage, right? It also has V-Pad, which allows you to dodge tornadoes and stuff like that and reposition, and it gives you the heal. So it's such a clutch skill, and I think it's really, really fun. I'm actually going to give him a different CTP, and I'm going to see how far we can push this dude, because he did 19 with time to spare with a bad run. Like, I missed procs, and this is my first time playing him in 3 years or 2.5 years. So I actually want to see how far he can go. I'm really excited. Man, Mysterio? Secretly, this was a 4-character update. Sorry to Sandman, RIP Sandman and Vulture. You guys got literally nothing. But Mysterio, on the other hand, is still pretty decent. And actually, yeah, certified better than Deadpool. I'm going to give him the better than Deadpool stamp here. Also, RIP to Deadpool. The man's an absolute joke. Hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of all the stuff we talked about in today's video. Multiverse of Madness update all the way to Mysterio and Deadpool. Thank you so much. Smash the like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.